Hello, Lucy. Lovely to see you. What we'd like to know is a little bit about you, where you treat, and your past, because I know you've done a lot of teaching in the past, and what you do within the Galen Tutor team.
Yes, absolutely. Hi. Yes, well, I treat. I've got a treatment room at home in Surbiton, in London, but I treat all around London and Surrey and surrounding areas. Some dogs I treat here, some I go to them, whatever works best for them, really. I've been doing this now. I was thinking about it the other day for about 11 years.
Have
Which
you?
time?
11
Yeah,
years?
yeah. Time
Wow.
has flown
Yes.
by. It doesn't feel that long ago, which I suppose actually makes the tutoring side of it even easier and even better, because it seems like yesterday when it was you and Kushla teaching me.
That's true.
But yeah, a bit about before I became a Galen myotherapist. I actually, when I was at university, I did a BA in music, but then I did a bachelor in education. So
Right.
I have got a teaching degree that I did at university at Reading, and I then became a primary school teacher after leaving university with a specialism in music, and I also did some private music lessons. And then I progressed through the ranks, I suppose you'd call it, worked my way up and became a senior leader, and then I moved out to Dubai and I taught there for a few years, and then a bit of a kind of life swerving illness came along that made me have to rethink things slightly, and I had to have a fair bit of time off to get myself better. And actually it was at that point that I knew I wanted to do something with dogs, and I found Galen.
So why did you choose Galen at that particular, or any particular time? What was it?
I hate to say it, but it did start with a Google search when you
of course.
quite know where to start.
Yeah.
Because I knew I wanted to work with dogs in a therapeutic way. For instance, I knew for me personally, I didn't want to be a dog groomer, or I didn't want to do dog walking forever and ever and that type of thing. That just wasn't what I wanted to do, but I didn't know what I could do. So I looked into it and I came across the Galen website, which has changed a lot since then. But the thing, and actually the way we work is probably very similar, but I think the way we explain it to people is probably better. And even, 11 years ago, the thing that jumped out to me was this choice-led treatment. This was prior to Positive Pact being kind of developed. And when I first heard about it, I didn't 100% understand how that worked. So obviously I got in touch with you. I remember it really clearly.
I remember, actually, I remember it too, because you came to watch, didn't you? You came to,
I did.
to shadow me.
Absolutely. I picked up the phone and I remember being a bit nervous. It was a big thing, I hadn't been out of hospital that long and all the rest of it. And yeah, I came and shadowed you, and I just remember being like, oh, if I can do half of that, I'd be happy. And then I signed on to do the diploma, I think the next day.
I think it was quite quick. And you now are working full-time as a Galen myotherapist?
Yes, absolutely. Totally full-time, alongside, I should put in here, with my other Galen bits that I'm sure we'll go into as well. But yes, I'm treating, today, as we were saying, it's quite a warm day.
Yes.
But making sure the dogs were cool. I've treated 8 dogs today. Doesn't mean I do 8 dogs every day, but yes, I'm doing this full-time, as well as my other roles within Galen.
Absolutely. So tell me about your other roles.
Well, my other roles, I'm part of, the team with all of you, and I'm one of the tutor team, and I'm one of the tutors for the practical part of the diploma, which I absolutely love. I mean, the whole diploma is amazing, but the fact that I actually get to sit down with the learners when some of them getting their hands on dogs that aren't their own dogs for the first time ever. And that's a really, really magical moment, because I remember it being quite terrifying. I remember saying to you, I can't feel anything. And actually sitting with these learners who feel the same way as I did, and being able to kind of help them with that, and then seeing them finish the practicals, which is always such an amazing time, with this newfound kind of confidence and skill and way of understanding and working with dogs is just amazing. And then obviously they go off and do their case studies, and then it's so nice to catch up with them kind of later on when they're out the other side and seeing them doing amazing things as myotherapists.
And of course, you're fantastic support to other myotherapists. I know that we have a WhatsApp group and you're on there and you're always helping them with any problematic cases or something they haven't come across, which is so wonderful when you have graduated and joined the team.
Absolutely. And I think we're really lucky as Galen Myotherapist that we are such a close-knit team and we've got everything in place. You know, there's a WhatsApp group, the monthly calls, we can reach out to you for support, we can reach out to each other. But actually, we are all out there doing our very best for the dogs, which obviously, number one, we're doing the very best for the dogs, but we all come across things that stump us or things that we've not come across. And actually, just recently, I've had a couple of different situations where Galen Myotherapists have contacted me privately and said, can we just have a call because I know you've done this before, that before. And if I can help, I will. I think we can run our own businesses, but actually we're stronger together. We are all working as a team. And if there's anything I have that other people can find helpful, be that knowledge or whatever, they can have it.
And you work a lot with your local vets, don't you? That's something. I mean, there's so much that we could talk to you about. You really have developed Galen in your area so brilliantly in such a professional way, with behaviorists and dog trainers and all sorts of people. You've really developed fantastic relationships and you've built a very strong multimodal team. And as a tutor, that is something that is so important to be able to help and impart. And that's our ethos, isn't it? That's how we want to work, because as you quite rightly say, together we are much stronger. And you absolutely epitomize that. It's fantastic what you do and how you do it.
Yeah, I think like you said, we've got to put the dog in the middle of all of this. And actually, the more people that we can work with and the more people who can understand their dogs or their clients' dogs better, the better it is for everybody. And I think the thing I've certainly learned probably in the past, 6 years or so, and I have been, really fortunate to be working alongside some amazing vets and behaviorists and trainers, is treating the dogs is what I do every day, all day. But actually, you've got to do those bits around treating the dogs to ensure that kind of best care and the best way of working for those dogs, and making sure the more people that know about Galen, the better it is for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at the whole environmental aspects as well. Absolutely. And you do a lot of working with quite reactive dogs and quite painful dogs that don't like touch as well. That's a whole another conversation, I think. But Lucy, and nearly forgot to say, you also are part of our internal quality team as well, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something I'm really passionate about as well, because we know what we do is amazing. And I think it's really important that people understand that this isn't just something that we do behind closed doors. We're accountable at every level, as it should be. As it should be. And I think I'm very happy to sit there, as you know, and we can think back to a couple of, when we've had those little bits and pieces that we all chat about. I'm very happy to sit there and go, hang on a second. Are we sure that this is
absolutely
right? Is this what we should be doing? And I think, again, it makes the team stronger.
It does. And you're supporting the whole team to make everything better, because at the end of the day, we have really good training, really robust training.
Amazing.
Because people work autonomously with dogs. So the training's got to be good for the dogs.
Well, yeah, we've got to know that when these brilliant learners go off and qualify, I certainly know I've got to feel that they are out there as fully qualified and competent and empathetic and following all our guiding principles, the best myotherapist we can put out there, because that's what we owe to the dogs.
Exactly. Lovely. Lucy, well, we could talk for a lot longer, as we always can, but thank you very much for sharing that. And we're delighted to have you as one of our tutors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.